Most of you know me as one of your favorite tarot readers, I hope. But today we're going to talk about me. I'm going to share a poem that I wrote years and years and years ago, before I was Arlandria Speaks, when I was just Faith. My name is originally Faith. And if you're still here, you're my supporter. You're one of my supporters. Because I want to take off all the walls and really be vulnerable with y'all. Because the reason that I speak and connect so deeply with God is because it saved me. There were so many moments where I wanted to, and I tried to, 5 times to be exact. And I knew every single time that I attempted that there was a reason that I was still here. There was a reason that I was still here, and I might not have known it then, but it saved me. And I'm going to read you this poem because this is my story. Arlandria couldn't speak, with a mouth sewn closed, her lips tied together neatly, woven into a bow. Arlandria couldn't speak, as she was given a brand. Not only was she female, she was black, and that was all the world would ever understand. Arlandria couldn't speak when there were hands between her legs, too little to understand that this wasn't just a game. Arlandria couldn't speak as all the walls around her collapsed, a fire bringing her home to ashes and leaving it in scraps. Arlandria couldn't speak with a dad locked behind bars, chains attached to his neck, legs, and arms. Arlandria couldn't speak with tears in her eyes. She watched her mother be terrorized, her body beaten down by a man who shouted war cries. Arlandria couldn't speak as she was dragged state to state, feeling loneliness in her heart. She only grew to hate. Arlandria couldn't speak as she slit her wrist, wondering if God even really exists. Arlandria couldn't speak, laying in a hospital bed. Overdosing was the only way to rest her head. Depression made her feel like there was no way out. Now a woman with fears and only doubts. Arlandria will speak now, as she opens her mouth wide, unafraid of the trauma that was previously brewing inside. Arlandria will speak for all the black and brown, insistent that their voices be heard, even from the ground. Arlandria will speak, shouting to the skies that even a naked woman walking in the night shouldn't be afraid of a man going between her thighs. Arlandria will speak for those wrapped in chains, even the ones who think that they deserve the pain. Arlandria will speak against men putting their hands on their wives, knowing damn well that they should be the ones to hide. Arlandria will speak with determination and pride for all the lost souls who felt that they should die. Arlandria will speak because she has God on her side, a true blessing to uncover that she is sanctified. Never again will I close my mouth and cower, because my words will always continue to be my power. This is a book I published a couple years ago. I'm not really trying to promote it, but if you want the link, you can let me know in the comments. All that is to say, even after I wrote that poem, my brother passed away. My dad passed away, and he was murdered. Yeah, and I knew the murderer. So it's not like the war ever stopped. It continued until I decided to change my thoughts, until I came into this place where I truly began to love myself and not allow other people to define who I was. And wrote the story myself and came back home to me. And I had to reparent me, 444, as I'm saying that. I had to deal with so much abuse in my life. And I'm not sitting here to create a sob story, because I did a lot of messed up stuff too, because I was not in a good place in my life. I was very toxic, and I take accountability for that. But the way that people who were supposed to love me from the beginning treated me, I was just a kid. Like, I'm still a kid. I don't know if you can see, but I'm clearly young. Like, and the reason why I have so much wisdom inside of me is because I've walked what I've walked through. I've walked through hell to get here. I've walked through hell to get here. And that's how you know that the words that I'm saying is the truth. Because I have been in a lot of crazy places, a lot of toxic places, the worst places that you could literally even imagine. I've been there, and I've still been able to walk back out, and I've still been able to rise and thrive because of it. I didn't want to be another statistic. I didn't want to be another person that literally just said, well, this is just life. This is just the way it is. After my dad passed, everything in me changed. And I want you to know that, like, you are not what you're going through. That is not, it's not real. Mental health even, because you can heal yourself. Because I healed myself. I had PTSD, I had depression, I had what's it called? I'm doing the crap hands. I had PTSD. I had borderline personality disorder. I had, like, dude, I even had food, like, that's what I'm trying to think of, the food disorder. I can't even think of it, because it's not me. It's not my identity. The moment I stopped literally identifying with it, I became a different person. Like, I love you guys, and I just want you to know that this too shall pass. Like I said, even if you have to leave certain people behind, I had a very toxic family, bro. And most of them I don't even speak to this day, because it was so bad. And it's okay for you to walk away. Don't even feel bad for doing it, because you can love people from afar. And even if you don't want to love them, eventually you'll forgive them. 717 as I'm saying that. But it's like, you don't even have to love them. Just walk away for you. Because I know how hard and difficult that can be, especially when you're like, this is supposed to be my family. Family's not always blood. Family can be chosen. And I'm proof of that. Shitty things may happen to you, but you don't have to allow it to make you who you are. Period. I love you guys.